Hello and welcome to the Shadowcast with your hosts Thomas Anderson and the tech wizard Abigail Mowat.
Hello.
hmm Hello.
Hello. I got no idea what you're trying
ASMR.
to do.
My ASMR mouth noises
It's not being picked up.
by you. I don't think Discord actually I don't think it signs sounds that are below a certain threshold. Yeah.
Interesting.
So welcome.
Welcome, everybody. Hope you guys are having a great week. It's been lovely weather.
Thank you,
I
global warming.
I know, and now I can't sit in the sun because I've got the pricklies of the heat all over my arms. And it's
And I
actually
can't
very painful.
and I can't sit in the sun because, well,
You will explode.
vampire.
Yes.
Vampire.
So, can I talk about what I have been playing this week, Mr. Vampire?
No. No.
Well, I am.
No.
This week,
No.
I have been playing
No.
GTA Online with your good self.
No.
I love the fact that you think that's funny. Giggling away like a naughty
If I do
schoolboy.
it long enough, you'll get wound up.
So yeah, we've been playing
No.
a bit of GTA Online, and I think we've actually we've done almost all the missions.
No.
I honestly
There
can't
we
tell if you're
go.
being I
There we
can't
go.
tell I can't tell if you're being serious or not.
I don't know because I can't see your mission list to know whether or not we've
I
done them.
think we've almost done all of them because just about every single one of them's got a tick.
Right, so the one we've got left is that really difficult effing lasers.
Well, there's a few. There's like it's not all complete. There's like a fair few without, but most of them have got a tick,
So it's
which is
effing
pretty
lasers.
which is pretty cool. So we basically, what were the missions we did again? We had to steal a truck that didn't have a cabin. That was very difficult. I died, leaving you to continue the mission.
Yes. No, you spawned back in.
No, there was one point where I died and I didn't come back.
Oh yeah.
When
Yeah,
I,
so basically we had to steal a trailer, but for the first time I've ever been playing this, there wasn't a nearby
cabin.
actual truck cabin. There was nothing there to tow it with, so I had to go and steal one. And I spied one miles away in the docks, and as I left the area to go and get it, one just drove past me, so I took that. And then we had to clear the path, which was a nightmare. You
I went in your car, and you said, "Right, you need to keep them off of me. You need to keep the
so
bad guys off of me."
you sat behind me even though they were all in front of me.
Well, to be fair, at one point they were all behind you, and I was trying to get rid of them, and then you started having a go at me, saying, "No, you need to be up front."
No, because you can't shoot back properly. The defense of that car is that it's got bulletproof windows. What you need to do is help me keep up my speed. Because once you're within a half a mile to a third of a mile of the target zone, they stop and they back away.
Yeah.
So it's you need to cover the front so that I can keep up my motion.
Yeah, I was doing okay for a little bit, and then I died.
Yeah, it was because you're not used to doing that. So you got yourself in a sticky wicket and then you didn't block a road off. And I got rammed from the side by a civilian car. It took the trailer off the back.
Yeah.
So I had to go back and get it. So you had to come and cover me. And you didn't know how to do that either. Because again, you've not done it before. So of course you're not going to know how to do it.
No, I be a
And you
newbie.
sort of, you
Newbie at
plowed
that.
into the two enemy cars.
I was
And
just
then
like,
as you tried to get out, you got shot. So I got out and shot them all and then just got the trailer and drove away.
I still have no idea how you were able to do that. Because at one point you actually lost the trailer.
It came off the back of the cabin, yeah.
Yeah, so I've got no idea how you were actually able to complete that by yourself. I thought once I died, that would be it.
I just shot them all in the head and then reattached it.
I know,
I mean,
but I'm still impressed.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you had the look of, yeah, I know I'm great.
I didn't actually. I had the look of realizing actually that's maybe not as simple as I just said. Because what I did there was say what I had done again. I
What
didn't
I did.
actually I didn't actually explain how I had done it. So therefore, by simply saying, "Oh well, I just did this," it's like saying, "Well, I just won and it was a legend." That, of course, that's not going to. It made me realize actually maybe that's not as easy as I thought it was because I did shoot four guys in the head and then reattach the trailer and just drive off. So I mean that's maybe not as easy as I thought.
No.
So fair enough.
What else did we do? We did something else. We did 2 other missions, but do you think I can remember what they are? Did we steal a car?
Yeah, we did. We stole a pink car.
Yes, we did. I honestly can't remember. I finished it. I finished it with no windows left. I delivered the car with no windows. And
It was good driving because I sat in the passenger seat and it was absolutely great driving.
yeah, I couldn't remember. I was like, where were you at that point? Because all I can remember is me driving in there. And I remember, oh yeah, you were in the passenger seat.
'Cause that's a very low level starter mission, so sometimes with those there are
Oh,
no bad guys to
thanks.
fight off. No,
Thanks.
there's sometimes there are no bad guys to fight off. I had to shoot a couple of women who were going for a jog. That was it.
I'll just go sell my Xbox now
No, I said that
and
you
delete
didn't
my
have anyone.
account.
You didn't have any.
I
You have to do it the
resign.
other. You have to do it the other way around. You didn't have anyone to fight off, but you still drove very well
Thank you.
because you were cutting in these tiny wee gaps. It was very good.
I can do that.
I ended up driving my car and run up to a mission in like I rolled it somehow and ended up parked between a wall and a house and I couldn't get out. So
Oh,
I
I
needed you to
remember.
start the mission to pull the car out. 'Cause starting a mission, obviously, we pull the car out and put it on the road.
You made me take my character's makeup all off. You were unhappy with its look.
I was unhappy with. Oh, well, no, hold on. No, let's just cut back a couple of
I
seconds
just
before
spent a
I.
grand on the makeup.
That's already ridiculous. But let's just cut back just a second, just to say I didn't make you take it off. You asked me what it looked like, and I told you ridiculous because it did.
Yeah, there's something really off about the mechanics. The not
I'd say the
mechanics.
color palette is
No,
weird.
it's not the color palette. It's the textures. It's the textures and the styling. Like it makes it look like it's not refined enough. The makeup, like it looks smudgy. It doesn't look good.
No, you're right, but I would say that the nature of the colors is also very basic.
Yeah, it's. I would really like it if because apparently they're going to make a GTA 6, but it's not going to be coming out for a few years.
Hmm.
If they're working on it now, my request would be better outfits for the women, storylines tailored towards have like a typical female characters, but like better typical female clothes, better typical makeup. But I think that both the guys, can the guys wear makeup in the online one?
I've never tried.
Can you try and see if it does it? Because
Next time we play, we'll try.
I think there should be better makeup looks, full stop, for anybody. Because they're not nice. Also,
I think
the skin
I think the
textures
only
aren't
way
nice.
I think the only way it works is if you go like full goth, because black would just be black. I think that's really the only thing I can think
No,
of.
because even the black makeup doesn't look all that great.
Right.
Like,
Okay.
because normally it's just there's one called like Prince of Darkness, which is literally like smudged out like above the eyebrow, and almost look like panda eyes. Like when if you wake up, if you wear mascara, anybody who wears mascara or eyeliner knows. But if you fall asleep with your makeup on, you have like panda eyes in the morning. That's what it kind of
Okay.
looks like. I mean, it just doesn't look crisp enough. I like a good makeup look. I don't like rubbish ones.
I like things that are good, not rubbish.
Well, it's true.
Peace out. That's a bombshell, is it?
The
Is
clothes are
that
also really
breaking
bad.
news?
The clothes are really bad.
I like mine.
The dresses are horrific. Why is the only dresses available flapper dresses or 1950s style big ball gown things? There's no all the clothes just look really strange. I just feel like the clothes just look bizarre. I'd also like to actually be my character to actually be able to talk, like have a voice. Because
Yeah, is it Alex Morgan syndrome? The problem you've got with that is that not Alex Morgan. That's not right. Gordon Freeman.
did you say Gordon?
Yeah, Gordon Freeman, not Alex Morgan. I don't know where I got that from. It's the concept of a character that doesn't speak.
No,
I think the issue is with a game like this, I'm not entirely sure the way they want it to be done, that would make sense.
yeah, but if you've got certain missions,
Yeah, but that's role play. It's not role play.
I
And
suppose.
therefore, every single person would have the exact same voice and they've already got the exact same face. So by that point, it's just a single player game with people in the way.
It'd be cool if you could talk down the microphone and you can make your character talk that way.
That's an interesting idea. But the only issue is they wouldn't be able to interpret it.
I suppose if you had like certain types of like if you no because no there is something like that because I remember reading about now was this an idea I had for an artwork or was it an actual artwork I looked up? And the idea was that if you spoke or something like that, the artwork could interpret how you were feeling by your voice pattern.
Yeah, but the game doesn't care how you're feeling. What it would then have to do is have the character return a
But that's
response.
what I'm saying. That I think that technology exists.
Yes, but do you have any idea how impossible that would be to code into a game?
No, I don't know. But I was just saying like that would be an
No,
interesting.
from the point of view, if the character gave an answer, that would then affect the entire mission.
Yeah. So it'd be like a really weird.
That would basically be real life.
Do you remember like that plot your own adventure books?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be
They'd have
something
to
like that.
code into the game all the pages. It just wouldn't work. Did you imagine if the mission, it's like you need to go and steal a helicopter, and then you convince the guy actually that going in by boat makes more sense, so we'll not bother stealing the helicopter, we'll go and steal a boat. They've then suddenly got to rewrite the whole mission for you stealing a boat. Or you can't convince the guy, and there's no point to it. So
Well, I mean, they did something like that in what was it? Not the Last of Us.
yeah, there's
What
plenty
was
of
it?
games in which you can persuade people to let you do one thing or the other, but the point is that they let you, those are certain choices you pick between, and everything's already coded in past that. However, in the case of this, you'd have to code in
Yeah.
every potential response, or have the game basically procedurally generate everything while understanding what you were saying, which just,
Yeah.
that's like AI territory. By that point, then the next Call of Duty game actually declares war on Earth. It just does.
Well, it was just a fun idea. It's a fun idea, and now you've
The
brought me
eradication of the
smacking
human
back
race.
into reality. There is no fun in life. It is a grim reality of mortality. Thank you.
You're a Wickham.
So yeah, so it's been fun. Again, it's been fun playing.
Can't remember where that third mission was. Can you remember where that third mission was?
I'm thinking.
Vineyard.
Yes.
We had to drive up to the vineyard, shoot a judge, and then photograph his body.
I did a really good shoot through the car.
You did a really good shoot.
I did.
That only makes sense if you were in a photo shoot.
I
You
shot
shot him in the head, and it was a very good shot. I would
because
just like to say,
I was sitting in a car and they were sitting in a car.
aye. And now the car was moving, but oh, pardon me. But it's still a very difficult system to use with the RB/LB buttons. So yeah, it's not bad.
Yes. Well done, me.
But it was a very basic mission. It's all to do with you're hired to do it because the judge is going to rule on a case. Blah blah blah. You need to give evidence. You know, you take the photograph to evidence your hit. Blah blah blah.
Yeah. But I
Because
thought
they
I did
don't
very
just
well.
say kill. They don't normally just say kill this person because you know. If
There's
they say
always a
steal this
reason.
thing,
They always give you a reason. Like they're
well,
giving evidence or
yes, but the point is that in a like a gaming aspect, a lot of it will be steal this thing or destroy this thing, and then, but if it's kill a person, well, we know this from games. You can pretend to kill someone, so the evidence being a picture makes sense.
yeah. So that's what I've been playing. What have you been playing?
Everything.
You can choose to talk about one thing.
No,
Yes.
no.
Start.
I've been playing some more Origins, Assassin's Creed, and a little bit of Divinity. We'll go with those. I did actually play some Halo 5
What
with...
did you say? Did you say Divinity, Assassin's Creed, then Divinity again?
No.
What did you say first?
Origins. Did I say Original Sin, Assassin's Creed?
I think you said Origins, then Assassin's Creed, then Divinity.
Yeah, okay, no, I got it right then. It's Assassin's Creed Origins and Divinity-Original Sin. And I did play some Halo 5 with James and Samuel. And I came second. Which is not bad because I had controller issues with the battery popping in and out. So I was dropping in and out of the game.
What is it with you and your controller is so messed up? Get a new
Aye.
one.
So there was one point where I had a shotgun and I was going to end Samuel because he had basically I think it was a sniper rifle and a sword. So the shotgun is the winner
Yeah.
in that fight if you're close range. And just as I'm about to blow his head off, controller. And when I turn the controller back on, he's looking at me with a sniper scope from like 3 foot away. Bam! Off comes my head. It's a definite kill that I lost because the controller went off. But you know that happens. I just played really hard when I could and managed to get. I still beat him by a kill or two. I was very, very happy with how I played, considering I haven't played against him in over a year, and just to be able to have all those problems and still manage to beat Samuel, it just demonstrates how rubbish he is at Halo.
Oh, that's so not nice. He's your friend.
The four of us are actually very evenly balanced.
This scares me if I ever go have a game with you guys because I feel like I would literally, like, I feel like you guys would like pretend that you're actually trying, and I'm just like running about the map, and you guys are just watching me the entire going, oh my god, I wonder where she is. Who could she be? It's like just like four snipers trailing me the entire time.
Where you would get, yeah, you would be destroyed. I think you'd probably get about 2 kills.
I can be sneaky though. I can hide very well for a very long time.
Yeah.
But
Mm.
I have done that before with you. I've never
Yeah.
won. That is
Yes. But the issue is that they know that because I hide. Samuel gave me the nickname the Snake for about 6 months because I just kept appearing out of nowhere and killing him.
do
So
you,
if they're looking out for me, they're gonna find you.
I've got other tactics though, mainly involving lobbing grenades everywhere. You think I'm there?
Well,
No, I'm not. Haha.
Halo
Run
5 only
away.
gives you 2 grenades.
That's not fair.
Hmm. And this particular map doesn't have any on it, if memory serves.
I just need to get better then. I need to start challenging like randomers online.
Well, yeah, you can play matchmaking.
I'd be too scared though, because it's like that's the annoying thing. If you play matchmaking, it's always people that always play it like almost every single day.
Hmm.
You never get matched up with anybody who plays it once in a while, because then I'm always destroyed within like a minute. Whereas that happens when we play Rainbow.
Yeah, but Rainbow's a bit different. And also, you're much better at Halo. Anyway, moving on. Assassin's Creed Origins, I basically just ran around doing some of the picky up achievements that I hadn't got
Yeah,
from the main game, just to finish it off because, you know, I thought I might as well. Because it was things like take a corpse to a predator and feed the predator the corpse, or poison someone and then set them on fire.
just
Stuff like
just
that.
just to just to make sure.
Yeah, I think that one's called over designed because you've poisoned them and set them on fire.
It's belt and braces.
Yeah. There's also one where you get different mirages when you walk through the desert,
Yeah.
and there's what one specific mirage it wants you to get, and you get an achievement for it.
Oh,
It's
cool.
random, but you get as long as you just stand there in the desert during the day, eventually you'll get it.
Yeah.
And now I'm moving on to the last DLC, so once that's done, I'll be done with the game.
Are you looking forward to finishing it?
Yep.
Because you've not really had that much fun with this game, have you?
There's points where it's a lot of fun with it, but there's also points where it's just not, and it's so silly. It's so silly that they just made the decisions they made because it stopped it being fun. Like there's just a few key decisions that they didn't have to make, and I don't see what the decisions actually add to the game, and it just sort of stopped it being fun.
How's Divinity going for you then? 'Cause you said you played
Now,
that.
Divinity, that's a ridiculous game.
A good way or a bad way?
Both. Almost every time me and my brother load it up to play a game, we walk straight into, oh, is that a fight? Okay, let's do a fight. It'll help us level up. Okay, let's go. We can't win this fight, can we? No. Today, we walked up to a campfire and it spawned in 3 archers, 3 melee, and 1 wizard. Undead.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
It wasn't in a pear tree. And so we thought, well, we tried to fight it and just couldn't win. Because the archers being up, it was honestly taking us about 4 turns just to get anybody up there to fight them.
Yeah.
And they were all healing each other up, which is impossible to win. Because there's actually one guy who got brought back from the dead. And like, how are we supposed to win this?
You're
If you can
not.
all heal each other up, and it wasn't even just a healing spell, it was a spell that regenerated or rejuvenated. In other words, it healed up over time. So even if you did damage, it then healed that up for the next 2 or 3 turns.
Yeah.
So at least I thought we were protected by the idea once you kill one, it's dead. Nope, they just came back. and we couldn't win, so we had to load it back up. We set ourselves up a bit, and we moved slightly further away. We went to where the archers spawn in, so
Yeah.
that we couldn't be attacked there. It moved the enemies.
Should it be able to do that?
Yeah, the game moved the enemies, and it heading up the way we were heading.
Yeah.
The path splits three ways. One down the way towards the fireplace, the
Mhm.
campfire that's lit to draw you in.
Yeah.
One in between, which is where the archers were, and one above that. When we approached, we didn't go left, we went right. And
Uh-huh.
those two upper areas, pathways, they sit together for a little bit before they split. Just a few meters. But once you enter that area, that's when the enemies spawn if you go up the way. So you can't ambush them, they always ambush you. And they
That's
just
so
move the enemies
unfair.
around. Well, considering how difficult the fight is, yes. So
Is
we
there an
just
option to turn that off at all?
no, that's just the game. So what we did was we had to load it back up again because we just couldn't get it.
Yeah.
And we ran completely around that entire area, just around it to the left. Didn't even go anywhere near it. And now we're round behind. There's two fights that have been like that where we don't understand how we're supposed to win it,
Yeah.
but they're supposed to be the same level as us. So I don't understand how it feels like bad game design.
Yeah. It sounds like
'Cause
bad game
so
design.
yeah, because you're in fights that you can't win,
Yeah.
and I understand there's a whole leveling up your party system and all that, but in all honesty, we don't really know what we're doing. Because most games where I've played where you can badly level up a character, it really explains to you what's happening. In this, it doesn't really do that. And it's almost as if it expects you to understand without explaining.
Yeah.
So I don't like it for that point of view. But
But
we then found two other fights.
two.
Yeah.
Okay.
In which we won easily. Because we were able to use the environment and we were able to use the powers that we had, and we just did it really, really well.
Yeah.
So I formed up with my two guys, the melee line, the rank, and my brother lined up his ranged rank behind me, which is a very formal way of saying he stood behind me.
Yeah.
And then we waited for them to come to us. And in both fights, they had these exploding skeletons that have bombs strapped to their backs and run at you, and any damage causes them to go off. So I can't attack them because I'm the melee guys.
Yeah.
But all that happened was, so with the first one,
Mhm.
it was a farm area with fences. So archers on the right hand side, one was looping round, one was standing where they were.
Okay.
Explodey bomb guy went on the right with the first archer that I mentioned, and
Yeah.
the explodey bomb guy went right down to the left, or
So
along
these
with two melee experts and the second archer.
Okay.
So they move a certain amount of action points because it's determined by action points. So you can attack, or you can move, or you can change weapons, and that's determined by action points.
Yeah.
And their movement would have used up so much of their action points, so that's their turn. But they'd moved within range and they'd all bundled up around the skeleton grenade. So I threw a grenade at the skeleton, blew it up, and it took out like half the opposing force. And then my brother, one of his characters has a teleport,
Yeah.
teleported the second bomb into the fire left by the first one, and it immediately detonated.
That's very clever.
So we had one like quarter health melee guy just trudging his way across the map, and as soon as he got to me, my guy two-handed axe to the head kills him, and the other guy was the archer from the side,
Yeah.
which we couldn't get to because there was a big poison bomb had gone off between us, so we couldn't go through the cloud. So I told my brother that he could use his fire wand to attack the ground, and that would set off the poison,
Yeah.
which he totally denied. But then once he listened to me, he realized that you could do it. And then I charged my melee woman through the smoke. Both my melee guys have battering ram, which
Yeah.
knocks people down. Doesn't do a lot of damage, but it knocks them down so that they can't do anything that turn unless somebody else wastes a turn helping them up. So it kind of works either way. And killed the skeleton straight away. So we're behind the two fights that we don't know how to win because we went straight through the middle.
Yeah.
Then we found a second fight in an abandoned farmhouse, which was magic guy, two more bomb guys, and two archers, and there might have been a melee guy in there as well. But Would you like to guess at what was covering the floor of this particular? Oh, I just realised there was three fights. There was another fight in which there was a zombie and a load of undead, but they were in a old broken building, and they had to come out of the building through the doorway.
Yeah.
So we just sat back from the doorway, and as they came through the doorway, one or two at a time, just unleashed on them.
So hold on, did these skeleton bomb guys move about? Or is it
Oh
just...
yeah, all the guys move.
Oh, okay.
But this is what we learned. Any damage to a skeleton bomb guy, anything, how to put this, anything that is disturbing to them.
Yeah.
And I don't mean, oh, I don't like that. I mean disturbs as in status effects or, so if you knock them down, they detonate.
Yeah.
If you teleport them, they detonate. If you wipe out their HP, they detonate. Basically, if they fall over, they detonate.
If you sneeze on them, they detonate.
Exactly. Well, no, not so far as to sneeze unless you give them an infection, but they're already dead. But what there was in this last fight in the farmhouse was oil all over the ground.
I was going to either going to guess either oil or I was going to guess gunpowder.
So my brother used the attack with his fire wand on the ground again, set fire to the oil. That detonated the bomb. I think all but two of the enemies had run into the oil,
Yeah.
so only one of them survived.
Jeez.
My brother's second guy, because the first bomb had run all the way up to me and was
Yeah.
standing right in front of me. So his second guy used teleport to beam the bomb back, thinking, we'll get it into the fire. We couldn't reach the fire, teleported it anyway as far as we could. It blew up immediately. We didn't know that would happen, but it blows them up immediately if you teleport them. And then my Malay guys just chased down this one archer that was still alive. Well, not alive because it was undead, but it was a skeleton, but it was running around. And then we found a secret hatch under the ground and we went down and I had an arm wrestle with a ghost, basically.
I would have loved to have seen that. You and arm wrestling a ghost.
Well, it's not arm wrestle, it was a strength contest. So the ghost summoned a big ball I had to destroy within 35 seconds. But we sort of cheated because my brother attacked it as well.
That's not sportsmanlike.
Yeah, but he wasn't really. He wasn't. I mean, I say he helped. I just don't tell him. But I mean, he was hitting for like a third of the damage I was. So it's just because he's ranged.
I don't
He
believe
uses
that. I
wands and
believe he
stuff and
helped. I
staffs.
believe he helped a lot more than that.
Yeah, well, whatever. But it's just we were really at the point where we were like, this game is stupid. We
Yeah.
even stopped to have a level up, which I don't normally do, and I didn't even do it properly because I don't like picking my stuff when I don't know what to pick.
Yeah.
Because you can't go back and undo it. And I thought, oh, this is rubbish. I don't really know what I'm doing wrong here. I don't know why we can't win those two fights. But see, when we found that path through with three fights that we won quite comfortably by being smart,
Mhm.
and the game gave us the tools to win,
Yeah.
which it didn't do in the other two. That was really good. That really put us back on track. We needed that because the constant, we can't do this either. Jeez, was just too much.
Yeah.
So it was that was pretty good.
Well, awesome. Well, at least you got something done.
Yeah, thanks. But three fights is pretty important, like we went up a level and we got close to another one. And I think what we're going to have to do is read the leveling up mechanics in our own time
Yeah.
so that we can understand how to do it so we're not wasting time doing that because we don't get much time to play. To go in with a leveling up plan,
Yeah.
basically. But, yeah. And I did realize that you can play drop-in
Mhm.
because it's my game and he drops into it. And he
Yeah.
gets all the achievements and all that jazz when he plays it with me, but it's drop in or I can play it by myself, but it's my save game. So if you ever went to play it, you could play and then I could just drop in randomly.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Or if you were like, I'm kind of a bit stuck here, could you maybe give me a hand? I can drop in and have a look at what's happening.
I think if I ever get the game, I'll definitely be doing that.
I'm just thinking, I don't know how to check, but I typed in the words Xbox Game Pass. It did actually take me that long, and it did actually take that many presses of buttons of keys because it just was not accepting Xbox Game Pass. Google just didn't want anything to do with it. Nah, you're right. I thought it might be on Game Pass, but it's not. We just own it somehow. But it shouldn't be too expensive because it's a Larian Studios game. They're not ridiculously priced, and it's 2014, so it should be okay. No, I think Original Sin will prove to be different from Assassin's Creed Origins because I think that it will it will be punishing and unfair and badly designed at points, but it will give us enough at other points that it's worth playing.
Yeah.
Whereas for me, Assassin's Creed Origins has just not been really worth playing. I'm playing it because I don't want not to play it.
Okay, you want the experience of playing it.
I've played every single other Assassin's Creed, and I'm not stopping at this one. But
Okay.
I'm going to have to take a break because I looked up a video I'd previously watched on Assassin's Creed Odyssey,
Yeah.
and too much of it is similar to Origins. So I'm going to have to take a good solid year between playing Origins and playing Odyssey
Okay.
because they're too similar. Even the setting, like there's parts of Egypt in this game that look a lot like the Greece in Odyssey because the Greeks invaded Egypt with Alexander the Great.
Oh, yes, Alexandria's library and things like that. Yes. Right. Okay. Yeah, I got it.
And that's why I just was it Cyrenaica or something like that. I couldn't go straight into that
No.
because it's not even an Assassin's Creed setup. It's a Assassin's Creed Origins setup.
Mm.
So it wouldn't remind me of like 2 or 4, which were great. It would just remind me of Origins, which was rubbish. So I'd have to take a break and come that way. It would give me a chance to see it as Odyssey's setup.
Yeah. Okay. I can understand that.
There'll probably be summer next year. I would sit down to play Odyssey.
I would probably go, okay, I need to take a break, but I don't think I would ever intentionally sit down and go, I'm not going to play it for a year. It would probably be that, but I wouldn't intentionally go
No,
sit
I've
down.
I've got plenty of things, but I think any time if I said to myself I could play Odyssey, I'll say no. No,
Yeah.
I'll wait because I need to get Origins out of my system. It'll have been like 125 hours or something by the time I finish it, so I need it out of my system before I play Odyssey because it's just not good.
No.
And so there's lots of people screaming, "Oh my God, it's amazing! It's the best one ever." Well, it's not. It doesn't work. In other words, if people complained that the previous system was too easy and it made you ridiculously overpowered, what that seems to be that Ubisoft doing Assassin's Creed to try and fix that is just make you randomly killable or have random fights which you just can't win because you're not tooled the right way as a character. And in all essence, that's not the point of being an assassin.
Yeah.
Could you imagine? Well, how come that guy managed to beat Batman? Well, it's just one of them things. No, it's just not how it works.
It is indeed not. So shall we call it a day there? Thank you guys so much for listening. If you like what you heard, you can always leave a comment down below. Any comments you want to make, that'd be great. Any questions you want to ask, you can also email us at overshadow.shadowcast@gmail.com. That information is going to be left in the description box. Description box down below.
Like, subscribe,
You can,
notification
yes, you can. I skipped all that for some reason.
bell. Okay. Goodbye.
Farewell.